All right, I'm up here by the square foot garden, and real quick I wanted to show you, look at the mulberries. Mulberries are still just pumping out nice juicy fat mulberries. That stain on my thumb is black raspberries. I just picked a bunch of those. But look at this. Look at these mulberries. Tons and tons of mulberries. So anyway, let's see here. Oh, there's a gob of them right there. All right, but you guys don't want to see mulberries. You want to see the raised bed garden maybe. There's a nice head of heirloom broccoli. See the heirloom broccoli? See how it's not quite as tight? The flowers are a little looser and bigger than, you know, the regular broccoli, something like this. And I've already harvested, you know, some of this broccoli. We'll run across one of those in a minute. So we've got tomato in here, and I believe this might be a mortgage lifter, or it might be the Beefmaster. Not quite sure. And then we got these are sweet pea pods in here that I've let go to seed, go to full maturity, so I can collect those seeds for next year. And I've got several of those throughout. There's some here, and there's some more growing here. So those sweet pea pods I'm letting go, so we'll have some. And here's where I've been collecting already some broccoli, and you see I trimmed it there, and there's a side shoot, and there's a side shoot, and there's a side shoot, and another one, and another one. So this thing will just keep producing side shoots for a while. Same thing with this one here. I just harvested all of this yesterday, and I let this one go because it was quite small. There's some collards. And lettuces are starting to go to bolt. It's pretty warm. It's July 9th, and we've got some salad that's ready to start seeding out. Nice and tall. Look how big those are. This one's finally starting to bolt out. And carrots are still growing. We're going to pick a bunch of these, and we're going to make a bunch of kale chips. Maybe I'll do a video on that, how to make some kale chips. And, but the kale's still doing real good, and still tons of carrots. And there goes a bunny right out of the carrot patch. That's funny. There goes Peter Cottontail eating my carrots. All the radish seed pods here. Now these radish seed pods, when they start to get that red color, they get pretty woody. Remember I did a video on these seed pods. You can take these and eat them because they're really good when they're that small and green. Here's some more sweet peas that I let go to seed. There's only 3 in there. I wish I would have probably let more of these go to seed, but it is what it is. Hopefully I'll have enough to get going next year. Tons of radish seeds. I don't think I'm going to let so many go to seed next year, just because there's a lot of them. Alright, then we got some more onions. I'm not too worried about these weeds here. They take a little bit of nutrients out of the ground, but you know, it's keeping the moisture in there. I'll just pick them and lay it on top. And for the most part, I'm going to show you another part of the bed, like right here. Look how thick that is. These raised beds have 0 to no weeds in them. I mean, there's a very low amount of weeds, just because they're so crowded. And all the onions growing. There's some more of that wood sorrel. Remember, that stuff's edible. Alright, let's go look over here. Not a whole lot happening here. This should be a purple cabbage, but it's not really growing, so I don't know what's going on here. And then we should have some Brussels sprouts, but some of these cole crops aren't really doing what I expected them to do. They're growing like mad, just not producing any fruit. So we'll have to see how that works out. All right, and we got some more collards here, and then the last bit here is the snow peas. I let most of them go right to seed, and I'll collect these up not too far from now and start drying them out. I'm just letting them hang out here until one of two things: either they start to crack and fall apart and fall themselves, or I don't want them to get ruined out here. But hanging out here is probably the best place to dry them because they get sun, they get air, and I'll save these up for next year's crop, and we'll have piles of seeds. All right, and then also these would be good for drying out and maybe making like a split pea soup too. Just collecting all these, so we'll see how it works out. I'll do some different stuff with these, but these probably are plantable right now. I could probably plant them; they'll grow. You see a cherry tomato here. It's on the corner, kind of poking out both sides, and some nice big fat cherry tomatoes on there in comparison to my finger. And let's see what else we got. That's about it pretty much in this in these raised beds here. All four of them are still kicking. Let's see if I missed anything. Nope, pretty much got it all. All right, well that pretty much concludes the tour of our garden. The only thing I didn't show you was all the black raspberries I just picked. I just went around and picked maybe a pint or so. I don't know if she's going to turn that into jam today. You usually start with at least a quart, so we might just wash them up and freeze them and wait till we got enough to do a whole batch. Maybe we'll mix them with the mulberries and make some more that way too. All right, well anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. And don't forget, go back there and look at that section there in the middle when I was over by the potatoes. That thing looks like a tomato, but I don't know what it is growing on the on that potato plant. Oh, hey, I just spotted something I missed. We were talking about clover earlier, and here's some of that white clover. This is also an edible plant, this white clover. And lo and behold, right behind it is also an edible plant. Man, I can't remember the name of this one, but it starts with an L. But this stuff is growing everywhere in my garden. It's got like a reddish type stem on it, and pear-shaped leaves, and they are also edible. Starts with an L. I can't remember. Maybe I'll put that down in the description down below too. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and pick a carrot and munch on it. Pick a red one. There's one of them red heirloom carrots. Ain't that cool looking? And then the inside of this thing is red. Oh, hold on. I'm going to cut that open so you guys can see what the inside of it looks like. Red on the outside and orange on the inside. Pretty cool. Alright, anyway, there it is. We'll see everybody on the next video. Bye.